San Diego State now getting ready for number 3 TCU on Saturday. Now joining us is the junior quarterback out of El Cap, Ryan Lindley. Ryan, always great to have you on the show. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me.
Now, you say great. We heard you were on crutches last week. Now, when we read you're on crutches, we think he's hobbled. But how you feeling, honestly? Is it 90% or is it really 100%?
You know, it's in between about 90 and 100. To be honest, now that we're past it, last week was a struggle. Our trainers, Mark and Allison, really did a great job of getting me back on the field and ready to play last week. And it's improved dramatically every day, and we're just continuing to work on it.
Ryan, you guys as a whole, the offense had a tough first half of the game against Colorado State, came back in the second half, played very well. One, what was the mentality in the locker room at halftime coming out to play better? And two, did the injury hinder you at all in the game?
I think it was good that last drive before the half we got in, we got 6. We put a touchdown up on the board, and it just helped us out going in and having momentum. We knew the whole first half that there was just little things that were stopping us and killing drives for us. So we just needed to, fix those errors and play good football, and we knew we'd be fine. And that's what we did. We went out in the second half and played well.
Now, Ryan, are you the type of guy who says a win is a win, or after a win like that, do you say, okay, that was ugly, we need to get better?
I think you can think both ways. I mean, obviously you're excited to get that 7th win, be 7-2, but at the same time you look at the film and you want to become a better player and a better team, and you got to know you got to play better than that. And we went out and we looked at the film on Sunday and through studying TCU this week and coming out today, we know we got to play better than we did, and we just gotta work hard every day to be better players and better team.
Ryan, what's it like going up again? I know the kid's a freshman out of Colorado State, Pete Thomas, but he's basically from the same area as you, from El Cajon, you being from Alpine. What's it like going up against a guy who you guys kind of have the same home roots?
It was awesome. Pete's a good kid. I got a chance to know him last season or his senior year. And he's a good kid. He works hard. He deserves everything that he's getting right now. So I think he'll continue to grow and be a good player. And it's just fun to play with the guys from San Diego.
We're talking to Aztecs quarterback Ryan Lindley. Ryan, we were on the sidelines and saw B.J. Williams lay down on the turf, and you just knew it was bad. We heard it was a broken foot. How tough is that to see a guy like B.J. who's had such a nice season go down for the rest of the year?
Yeah, when your brother goes down like that, it's tough, and especially being a senior. You feel for the guy, and it's really just it's disheartening. But at the same time, it's a part of the game. Somebody else has got to step up and come in and play. And Larry Gibbs did a good job of that. You saw him at the end of the game. He got a good sack. But I think, too, you feel for BJ. And as a guy, as players, we've been there for him. We're praying for him. And we'll continue to support him as he goes through this rehab.
DeMarco Sampson in the first half of that game had a key drop that would have kept the drive going. Yet, you seem to keep going to him. And in some way, somehow, he seems to make up for it with a big catch.
Yeah, drops happen, and I'm going to miss throws, too, and we aren't going to be perfect. If we were, then we'd be going 30 for 30 and throwing for 450 every game. That'd be great, but we know it's going to happen. And guys drop passes, and I just let them know, we're going to keep coming to them. And then with the talent that we have, and from top to bottom, with guys like Dylan Denzo stepping up and Nico, the way he's playing, it's I know I can trust those guys to go up and make plays, and they get it done.
Yeah, Aztecs now 7-2, getting ready for TCU. Ryan, you guys are underdogs, and I know you're not intimidated, but do you feel like underdogs when you go into a game like this?
I think there's an underdog mentality you can take and use as motivation. But, obviously, when you look at the rankings, yeah, they're going to be favored, and we're going to be playing the underdog card. But, it's not really about that for us. We just got to go out and play our best football and then just put our best foot forward when we go out there next Saturday.
Obviously, you're one of the leaders, Ryan. Do you become more vocal in a week like this, or do you try to keep it as business as usual so that other teammates don't get too hyped up?
We talked about that today, and I think you can't go in and completely change your demeanor or change your attitude for just based on where the team is. I think it doesn't matter who we're playing, if we're playing a Division III team or if we're playing one of the best teams in the nation like TCU. You got to go out and it's a work week. We got to go out every day and work on the game plan and get our game together. I think it's a matter. You can be more intense, I think, and just to continue to work hard. But there's nothing that you kind of turn up or change anything that you normally do.
Aztecs on the road to battle the Frogs on Saturday. You could hear the game on AM 600 Kogo with Uncle Teddy and Chris Ello. Now, Ryan, this next question sounds simple, and I'm not trying to throw Chuck Long under the bus. But how much more fun is football right now? It's always a game that you enjoy, but when you're winning and when you can tell everybody's on the same page, from practice to traveling to game day, how much more fun are you having?
Yeah, it is, and I think football is fun in general, and to be a Division I athlete and to have the God-given abilities and be blessed to play this game is great to begin with. You have to be thankful for what you have, but winning's fun too. Like you said, being 7-2 and with a great group of guys, a great family, great team we have, and just the support staff all around. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll just continue to go out and play hard and have fun, and things should work out for us.
Real quick, Ryan, going back to this past week's game, and I know you're probably going to say no, that didn't happen, but I just want to ask you, because this team, your team, the San Diego State Aztecs, very good team. I think with a big win against Colorado State, you might have even maybe cracked the top 25, for the AP. But do you think that you guys, at least for the first half, played down to the competition of Colorado State?
I don't think that really had much to do with it. I think you might have been able to say something like that in past games, but I think it was, with the way our defense was playing, I think you definitely can't say that. I mean, they were playing lights out, and with us screwing up and kind of giving them short fields, they were still holding them to field goal and even blocking a field goal. So I think they did a great job. I think it was just little things. Coach Borges talks about it on offense. It can really happen that you got 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy screws it up and then the play's done. I mean, that's just the way it works, and that can kill drives. And that's what we were doing. But we got it together in the second half and pulled out the W, so it was all good. It's
funny because my follow-up is, if you guys play down to Colorado State, does that mean you're going to ramp it up against TCU and pull off the crazy upset?
Well, you know what? I think we're going to come out and play our best football. I think we're due. I think we haven't put a full game together, offense and defense. I think we've had some games like last week and previous games where the defense was lighting it up and playing well. But I think in the other games where, like Wyoming, we scored 48 points. I think if we can do that on both sides of the ball, and have a solid game and play the way we know we can play and do what the coach tells us to do, I think we're gonna do some good things this weekend.
He is the junior quarterback, Ryan Lindley. All right, Ryan, real quick, because we know you focus on the games, but we worry about the other stuff. We're looking at that crowd, 35,000 on Saturday, and we're thinking, man, if they only had an on-campus stadium, this place will be rocking. Do you ever think about that, or do you enjoy playing in an NFL stadium where the Chargers play?
There's things that are just out of your control. I think it's we enjoy where we're at, and we love what we're doing here, and I think it's just something that obviously you'd love to have an on-campus stadium, and that'd be great, but we take what we got, and we're going to take who we get, and that includes who's out there supporting us, and we enjoy it, and we love everybody that gets out there for us.
It's funny, Ryan, I'm watching a game in the first half. I'm on field level, and I'm watching Ronnie Hillman do his thing, saying to myself, man, Ronnie, break one, man, break one. I know you can, break one. Well, sure enough, second half, he went berserk. Talk about Ronnie Hillman sticking with it and ended up having a big game.
Yeah, he's a guy that, like you say, he just keeps knocking, and all of a sudden he busts the door open. I mean, that's it. I know we tell him, and we talk about that as an offensive line, that really just as long as we continue to execute, that soon enough somebody's going to miss a tackle, Ronnie's going to make somebody miss, and he's going to break out the gate. So he's an explosive player, and he's a great guy on offense.
Does he know how good he is? Does he have any swagger? I'm not saying arrogance, but does Ronnie realize how great his career could possibly be at San Diego State?
I think he's got a little bit of that. I think as a freshman, it's different, and you got to get a feel for where you're at in the team and in the offense. But Ronnie's a guy who's a real talent, and also he's with that swagger he has, he's humble too. He hasn't let this get to his head, and that's something to say for an 18, 19-year-old kid who's done what he's done on the field and getting the kind of accolades he's getting to keep his head there and stay as a team player.
Absolutely. It's so impressive. You guys are having a marvelous season now, 7-2. Ryan, it's great to have you on the show. We're wishing you nothing but success in Texas.
Thank you very much.
You got it.